Chapter 14. Badger has doubts. Just one more visit, said Mrs. Fox, and I'll bet I know where that'll be, said the only small fox now left. He was the smallest fox of his double. Where? Asked the Badger. Well, said the smallest fox, we've been to Buckets and we've having brooms, but we haven't got to Bean. We must be Bean. You were right. But what you want to do is which part of Bean's place we are going to visit. Which? Said both together. Aha! Just you wait for and see. They were digging as they talked. Just you wait and see. They were digging as they talked. The tunnel was going forwards fast. Suddenly Badger said, doesn't you worry, you doesn't this worry you just a tiny bit? Does it worry me? All this young. Mr. Fox stopped digging and stared at the Badger as though he had completed that. My dear, the furry front. Do you know anyone in the whole world who doesn't swipe a few chickens if his child was starving to death? There was a short silence, which Badger thought deeply about this. You're such too respectable, said Mr. Fox. There's nothing wrong with being respectable, Badger said. Look, said Mr. Fox, Buckets and Boons and Bean are out to kill us. You realize that, I hope? I do, Foxy, I do indeed, said the gentle Badger. But we're not getting to stoop to their levels. We don't want to kill them. I should hope not, indeed. We would dream of it, said Mr. Fox. We shall simply take a little food here and then keep our families alive. Right? I suppose we'll have to. Badger laid his head on his side and smiled at Mr. Fox. Foxy, he said, I love you. Thank you, said Mr. Fox. And now let's get on with digging. 5 minutes later, Badger's front paw hit something flat and hard. What on earth is this? It looked like a solid stone wall. He and Mr. Fox scraped away the soil. It was a wall, but it was built in bricks, not stone. The wall was right in front of them, blocking their way. Now, who on earth would build a wall under the ground? Said Badger. Very simply, it's a wall of an underground room, and if I'm not mistaken, it is exactly what I'm looking for. End of Chapter 14. Chapter 15. Bean's Secret Cider Cellar. Mr. Fox exclaimed the wall carefully. He saw that the cement between the bricks was old and crumbling, so he loosened the bricks without much trouble and pulled it away. Suddenly, out from the hole there was a brick and beam, and there popped a small, sharp face from the whisker. Go away, Snap. You can't come here. It's private. Good Lord, said Badger. It's a rat. You saucy beast. I should have guessed we'd find you down here somewhere. Go away, shook the rat. Go on, beat it. This is my private pitch. Shut up, said Miss Fox. I will not shut up, shake the rat. This is my place. I get here first. Mr. Fox has a brilliant smile, flashing his white teeth. My dear rat, he said quickly, I am a hungry fellow, and if you don't hop it quickly, I shall eat you all up in one gulp. That sure did it. The rat popped back fast out of sight. Mr. Fox left and began pulling some more bricks out of the wall. When he made a much biggish hole, He crept through it. Badger and the small fox followed him. They found it themselves in a vast, damp, gloomy cellar. "That's it," said Mr. Fox. "What is it, Badger?" "This place is empty. Where are the turkeys?" said the smallest fox, staring toward. "I thought you were a turkeyman." "It is a turkeyman," said Mr. Fox, "but it's not after turkeys now. We've got plenty of food." "Then what do we need, Dad?" "Take a good look around," said Mr. Fox. "Don't you see anything that interested you?" Badger and the smallest fox peered into the half darkness, and their eyes became astonishing to the gloom. They began to see what looked like a hole of a big glass jar standing above the shelves. Around the walls they were closer, there were jars. There were hundreds of them, and upon each one was written in the word cider, C-I-D-E-R. The smallest fox slipped behind the air. "Oh, Dad!" he cried out. "Look what we found! It's apple cider!" Oh! 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 It's the apple cider. So, exactly, said Mr. Fox. "Tremendous," shouted Badger. "Beans secret cider cellar," said Mr. Fox. "But go carefully, my dears. Don't make a noise. This cellar is right underneath the farmhouse itself." "Cider," said Badger. "It is especially good for badgers. We take it as a medicine. One large glass 3 times a day with meals and another at bedtime. We'll make a feast on this Bennett," said Mr. Fox. While they were talking, the small fox had sneaked a jar off the shelf and had taken a slurp. "Wow!" he gasped. "Wow! Eee! You must understand, this way, not an ordinary liquid fizzy cider one buys in the store. It was a real stuff, a home-brewed, really liquid, and bend your throat and boiling in the stomach." "Ah!" gasped the small fox. "This is some cider." "That's quite enough of that," said the Mr. Fox, grabbing the jars and putting it in his own lips. He took a tremendous glurp, glurp, glurp. "It's a miracle," he whispered, fighting for breath. "It's fabulous. It's beautiful." "It's my turn," said Badger, taking the jar and bubbling down its throat. It's like a melting gold," he gasped. "Oh, Foxy, it's like drinking sunbeams and rainbow." "You're poaching," shrieked the rat. "Put it down at once. There will be none left for me." The rat was peering out behind the huge jar. There was a small rubber tube inside the neck of the jar, and the rat was using a tube to suck out the cider. "You are drunk," said Mr. Fox. "Mind your own business," shrieked the rat. "And if you great clumsy brutes came messing about in here, we'll all be caught. Get out and leave me to sip my cider in the peace." At that moment they heard a woman's voice calling down out the house. Hurry up and get the cider, Mabel, the voice shouted. You know Mr. Bean don't like it kept waiting, especially when he was out in the night in the tent. The animals froze. They stayed absolutely still. Their eyes pricked, their bodies turned, their top of the flat noise, and then coming down the cellar, the noise went clump, 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 and now someone was starting to come down those steps. End of chapter 15. Start reading. Chapter 16. The Woman. Quick, said Mr. Fox. Hide! He and Badger and the smallest fox jumped up to the shelf and crouched behind a row of big cider jars. Peering right to the jar, they saw a huge woman coming out to the cellar, and they down into the cellar. At the foot of the steps, the woman paused, looking from right to left. Then she turned head straight for the place where Mr. Fox and the Badger and the smallest fox was hiding. She stopped right in front of them. The only thing between her and them was a row of cider jars. She was so close, Mr. Fox could hear her breathing. Peeping through the cracks behind two bottles, he noticed that she was carrying a big rolling pin in one hand. How many will you want this time, Mr. Bean? Me of 2 or 3 jars. He drank 4 yesterday, Mrs. Bean. He's not going to be up there more than a few hours longer. He said the box is bound to make a run for it this morning. He can't possibly stay down the hall another day without food. The woman in the cellar reached out and lifted a jar of cider from the shelf. The jar she took was next, but on the jar behind which Mr. Fox was crouching. I'll be glad when the rotten brute is killed and strung up in the French port. Okay, and by this way, Mr. Your husband frowning. I could have the tail as a souvenir. The tail being chopped into pieces. Didn't you know that? You mean it's ruined? Of course it's ruined. They shot the tail, but Mr. Fox. Oh, said the woman. I just want to tell you can have the head instead, Mabel. You can get it stuffed and hang it in the bedroom wall. Now, hurry up with those ciders. Yes, ma'am, I'm coming, said the big woman. And she took the second jar from the shelf. If she takes one more, she'll see us, thought Mr. Fox. He could feel the smallest fox body pressed tightly on against his own, quivering with excitement. These will 2 be enough, Mrs. Bean, or shall I take 3? Oh, goodness, Mabel, I don't care so long. As you get the move of it, then 2 is it, said the huge woman, speaking to herself now. He drank too much anyway. Carrying a jar in the each end, and with the rolling pin tucked underneath one arm, she walked away across the cellar. At the foot of the steps, she paused and looked around, sniffed the air. There were rats down here again, Mrs. Bean. I can smell them. Them poison them, Mrs. Woman, poison them. You know where the poison's kept? Yes, ma'am, Mabel said. She climbed slowly at the side of the steps. The door slapped. Quick, said Mr. Fox. Grab a jar each and run for it. Rat the student ahead. What did I tell you? You nearly got nabbed, didn't you? You nearly gave the game away. You kept out there for here from now on. I don't want you around. This is my food. You are going to be poisoned. Poppycock, said Rat. I sit up here and watch her putting the stuff down. She'll never get me. Mr. Fox and the Badger, the smallest fox, ran across the sun, clutching a gallon of jar each. Goodbye, Rat, they declared. Thieves, shrieked Rat. Robbers, bandits, burglars. End of chapter 16. Chapter 17. The Great Feast. Back in the tunnel, they paused so that Mr. Fox could pick up the hole in the wall. He was humming to himself as he put the bricks back in the places. I can still take the glorious cider, he said. What an impious fellow Rat is. He has bad manners. Badger said, all rats have bad manners. I never met a polite rat yet, and he drinks too much, said Mr. Fox, putting the last brick in the place. There we are, now home to the feast. They grabbed these jars, and off they went. Mr. Fox was in front, the smallest fox came next, and Badger last. Along the tunnel they flew, past the turner they led Boonsy's mighty storage house, past Bog's chicken house number 1, and then up to the long home stretch towards the place where they knew Mr. Fox would be waiting. Keep it up, my darlings, shouted Mr. Fox. We'll soon be there. Think what we're going to do with the other end. Just wait till we broom the other of this jar. That'll cheer up of the poor Mrs. Fox. Oh, Mr. Fox sang the little song, and as he sang, his friend, oh my God, swiftly and glad, bang my beautiful bride. I shall be not still be rotten as soon as she gets gotten inside, and Badger joined in. Oh, poor Mrs. Badger, he cried, so hungry she very near died. But she'll not feel so hollow if only she swallows some cider inside. They were still singing at the round of the final corner and bursting upon the most wonderful feast, amazing sight everyone had ever seen. The feasts were just beginning. A large dining room had been hollowed out in the earth. In the middle of it, seated around in the huge table, were no less than 29 animals. They were Mr. Fox and the 3 small foxes, Mrs. Badger and the 3 small badgers, Mole and the 3 Mrs. Mole and 4 small rabbits and Mr. Rabbit, and 6 small weasels and 5 small rabbits, Weasel and Mrs. Weasel, and 6 small weasels. The table was covered with chickens and ducks and geese and Mr. Weasel and 6 small weasels. The table was covered in the chicken and duck and geese and ham and bacon, and everyone was tucking into the lovely food. My darling, said Mrs. Fox, jumping up and hugging Mr. Fox. We couldn't wait. We really couldn't wait. Oh. Please, he said, jumping up and hugging Mr. Fox. We couldn't wait. Please forgive us, he said. Badger hugged the smallest fox of it all. The Mrs. Badger hugged Badger, and everyone hugged everyone else. amid shout of joy, the great jars of cider were placed upon the table, and the Mr. Fox and Badger and the smallest fox sat around in the order. And there was only the sound of the crunching and chewing as the animal attacked at the precious food. At last, Badger stood up. He raised his glass cider and called out, "A toast! I want you all to stand and drink a toast to our dear friend who has saved our lives this day, Mr. Fox." "To Mr. Fox!" they all shouted, standing up and raising their glasses. "To Mr. Fox! Long may he live!" Then Mr. Fox got shyly to her feet and then said, "I don't want to make a speech. I just want to say one thing, and this is all. My husband is a fantastic fox." Everyone clapped and cheered. Then Mr. Fox himself stood up. "This delicious meal," he began as he stopped. In the silence they followed in the fright tremendous speech. They were laughter and more clapping. "This delicious meal, my friend," he went on, "in by course of the measure bogies, boons, and beans, more cheering and laughter, and I hope you have enjoyed it as much as I have." He let fly another coastal speech. "Better out than in," said Badger. "Thank you," said Mr. Fox, grinning hugely. "But now, Mr. Fox, let us be serious. Let us think that tomorrow and the next day and the day after that, if we go out, we will be killed, right?" "Right," they shouted. We'll be shot before we go in the yard," said Badger. "Exactly," said Mr. Fox. "But who wants to go out anyway? Let me ask you that. We're all diggers, every one of us. We hate outside. The outside is full of enemies. We only go outside because we have to get the food for our families. But now, my friend, we have the entirely new setup." "We do indeed," said Badger. "I've seen him. And you know what that means, Mr. Fox? It means that none of us need ever again in the open again." There was a buzz of excitement all round in the table. I therefore invite you all to stay here with me forever and forever and forever." "Forever," they cried. "My goodness, how marvelous," says the rabbit to Mrs. Rabbit. Just think of never going to be shot at again in my lives." "We will make," said Mr. Fox, "a little underground village with streets and house on each side. Separate the house for Badger and Mole and rabbits and weasel and foxes. And every day I will go shopping for you all, and every day we will eat like kings." The cheering and the following this speech went on for many minutes. End of Chapter 17. Chapter 18. Still waiting. Outside in the fox's hole, foxes and boons and beans sat beside their tents with their guns and their laps. It was beginning to rain. Water was trickling down the necks of the three men and theirs on the shoes. "We won't stay down there much longer now," said Bobby. "The brutes must be famous," said Bones. "That's right," Bean said. "You'll be making a dash for it any moment. Keep your guns ready." They sat there by the hole, waiting for the fox to come out. And so far as I know, they are still waiting. End. This is the end of The Fantastic Mr. Fox by Roald Dahl. See you next time. Bye-bye.